Good morning, Mr. Herrera. Can you unmute yourself, please, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear? Okay, you can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Let's see. You have two cases look to both be Class A misdemeanors. Do you have an attorney, sir?
Yes. So, this whole week I've been trying to get my attorney back, Mark LaHood, and he haven't gotten able to get him back. So he told me today to call. Well, yesterday he told me to call. Well, I talked to assistant Justin, and Justin told me to call or still go to the Zoom meeting and let you know that we will need more time for this case, for both cases.
So you are in process of hiring Mr. LaHood.
Well, getting him back. He was on my first case, one before this. I don't think it has anything to do with this one, but yes, getting Mark LaHood back.
Okay. And have you discussed with them financial arrangements?
Yes. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. So normally, on a first appearance without an attorney, we do need you to come to the courtroom to report in person. Can you be to the courthouse later this morning?
No, ma'am. The reason for this was because I was working out of town, so that was another reason why I wouldn't be able to. Well, I told him I wouldn't be able to make it today, and then he said on top of that I would have to finish paying them the rest of the fees I owe him, and just to get him to take on these new charges, these new cases.
So where are you working out of town?
In San Antonio. Well, New Mexico. Sorry.
You're in Mexico?
New Mexico, Albuquerque.
You're in Albuquerque.
Yes, I had gotten approved from the judge. I have a worker's permit from the judge. I could email to send to you.
Okay. So the court has been made aware of where you're living and where you're working.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm sorry, I'm working remotely, and I'm a visiting judge, so I just don't have access to all of the bits and pieces of the court's file. So I apologize for not being aware of that.
No, fine. I had gotten the approval for that worker's permit, I believe, in November, end of November.
And when will you next be in San Antonio?
Next week.
Okay. And will that give you, let's see, I guess part of the problem with engaging Mr. LaHood is he's in the middle of a primary election.
I'm not too sure, but I know I would. Well, yeah, I believe so. Yes, he's very busy. I would need I want to say, like, if I could, I don't know how it works, but if I could get to April, because I owe him a good amount of money from the charges from before.
Okay, well, what day are you gonna be in Bexar County next week?
I have to check my schedule. Probably the end of the week, like around Friday,
Okay.
Thursday.
Okay, why don't we set you for a quick check-in on Friday morning in person at court. And then hopefully by then you will have had a chance to make contact with Mr. LaHood. That primary is on Tuesday. So probably Wednesday or Thursday, you ought to be able to get in touch with him.
Okay. Is there any way we could do it not this Friday, but next Friday? Because I'll be here the next 2 weeks. Only reason is because
I was talking about next, not tomorrow, a week from tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, in 3 weeks then. I mean 3 Fridays from now. Only due to because. Okay. I was just.
You said you'd be here the next week.
Yeah, I will, but I get my check in 3 weeks, and I feel like it would be better if I could pay LaHood and have him show up with me so we could both like talk about everything. If there's any way possible, ma'am.
Well, because you're working out of state and you don't have the attorney yet, we're going to set you for next Friday. And even if you don't have him hired, we just need you to come in and check in. It'll be quick. How about 9 o'clock, Corinne?
Yes, on March the 4th at 9 o'clock.
Yes, that way you'll be first up and first out, because we schedule 4 or 5 cases every 15 minutes. So it's not like what you may remember when gobs of people came and you had to sit there all morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, so that'll be 9 o'clock on Friday, March the
4th.
Any questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too.
Hi, Jonathan. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Corin. I have Paul Allen in my office. I wasn't sure if we could go ahead and do that plea today.
Yes. Let me see where the paperwork was at. Give me one
Oh.
minute.
Okay, I'll get him in my office real quick.
Hi, Michael. Good morning.
Good morning. I got on early because of the email you sent me yesterday, trying to figure
Yes.
out what's going on.
Yes, for Elijah Lara, he has active warrants on those 3 cases.
Okay. And I looked up the 3 cases yesterday, and they're not anywhere in the clerk's record as being filed that I can see. He's only has 1 case was dismissed, but the other 3 are not there.
All of the cases have been filed.
Okay.
On all 3 cases, he got an affidavit of surety to surrender.
Okay. But
Yes.
he's pleading today, so that won't matter anyways, will it?
I don't
I don't
think so.
believe so. but-
Probably not. The cases are resolved.
That's what I thought, Judge, but I with the email, I was just making sure. It wasn't
Yes,
I'm
something
more
new I
interested
didn't know
in
about.
having him appear and,
He's gonna be here in 45 minutes, Judge, at 9:45, and of course with the docket.
okay, very good.
Corin, one
Perfect.
thing though, I will text you his new email address. He lost his old email address, so the paperwork's gonna have to be sent back through, and I haven't even signed it yet because of that.
Okay, perfect. That is fine.
And he's coming to your office, Mr. Goins?
No, he'll be coming online with us, Your Honor.
Oh, zooming in independently.
Yes.
Got it. Thank you.
Judge, the paperwork for Paul Allen should be in your inbox. I'm gonna send you a reminder.
I'm watching for it.
Okay.
I'll refresh. I thought Mr. Goins said they hadn't signed it yet.
No, for Paul Allen, for Jonathan Chavez, the recall from last week because he was having Zoom problems.
Oh, gotcha. I'm sorry. Now I do recall. Yes. Okay.
And I have Mr. Allen in
Very
my
good.
office, so we shouldn't have any problems today.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chavez. All right. All right, and for the record, we will call, Oh, no, well, we're pleading on which case, Mr. Chavez? You're on mute.
Let me double check. 'Cause I think there was some confusion on that.
Okay, I'm still confused because I'm seeing 2 different, let me scroll down.
I think we were pleading on 616-462.
Okay, and the paperwork came in under the other number, and that's okay, as long as we've got the right number on the actual paperwork. Thank you. All right, we're calling cause number 616-462, the state of Texas versus Paul Allen. Good morning, Mr. Allen. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
All right. And you have filed several documents with the court. The first is a defendant's consent to plea by video conference, and that is waiving your right to appear in person in open court to enter your plea. Do you wish to freely and voluntarily waive that right and take the plea via video conference?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And then moving forward, you have filed a defendant's waiver of constitutional rights and court admonitions. And do you recall reading this document and going over it with Mr. Chavez before you signed it?
I do.
Okay. And you understood that you were giving up very important rights when you signed it?
Yes.
That included your right to have a jury trial and your right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
You are before the court charged with the Class A misdemeanor violation of bond or protective order. You understand the nature of the charge.
Yes.
You understand that it carries a punishment range of up to 1 year confinement in the Bexar County Jail and or a fine not to exceed $4,000.
Yes, ma'am.
And how do you wish to plead to that charge, sir?
No contest.
Are you entering your no contest plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
You are an American citizen.
I am.
All right. You live in Bexar County?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is your age, sir?
I'm 38.
All right. I find that the no contest plea has been freely and voluntarily entered. Mr. Allen, you understand that if I follow the plea agreement that you have made with the state, that you may not appeal this conviction to a higher court.
Yes, ma'am.
You also understand that if I enter an affirmative finding of family violence, that a subsequent conviction for a similar offense or a subsequent prosecution for a similar offense could result in a felony prosecution.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
No, I don't.
All right. And Mr. Allen, based on your plea, I do find that you are guilty of the offense of violation of a condition of bond or protective order. Is there a sentencing recommendation from the state, please?
There is, Your Honor. The recommendation will be for a JSAT. So it's going to be a $0 fine plus court costs, 1 day in the Bexar County Jail, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent. In addition, the state will TIC cause number 616-462.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, is that the
This
one we're
is
seeing now?
616462.
Okay, I'm sorry, then we're
Okay.
going to TIC 615562.
Got it.
Okay. And if it pleases the court, that will be a JSAT.
Were you requesting an affirmative finding of family violence?
So because these are VPOs, we are this plea was conditioned though on the fact that he did enter a protective order, and it's our understanding that that has been completed.
Okay. All right, Mr. Allen, as recited by the prosecutor, is that the agreement that you have made?
Yes.
Mr. Allen, I will sentence you in accordance with the plea agreement to pay court costs and spend 1 day confined in the Bexar County Jail. You will receive credit for time served. The time and money will run concurrently, and I find that the judgment is satisfied. Is there anything further for the record from the state?
No, Your Honor. And so let me just get this one right. So I'll be submitting the dismissal on the 615562.
Please. Anything further from the defense?
None, Your Honor.
All right. Then that will conclude. Mr. Allen, were you fingerprinted when you were originally booked into the jail?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
All right. Is it stipulated that we can use the fingerprint from the booking process?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now I think we've got it all. All right. If there's nothing further, that will conclude the matter.
Thank you, Your
And
Honor. Maybe we-
Mr. Allen and Mr. Chavez are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
You too.
I have someone here by the name of David Rodriguez. I'm gonna ask you to unmute. David, can you hear me?
Good morning. Yes.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, I represent Arturo Navarro. Calls number 675-573. Calling, Your Honor, calling the docket. I just got retained on Monday and I just filed a notice. And I just received the discovery actually this morning. I would like to request a continuance.
All right. And I'm sorry, what was your defendant's name, Mr. Rodriguez?
Arturo Navarro.
Set at 10:30, Judge.
All right. I see a different attorney.
Yes, I think he was
listed,
the one that was court appointed, Your Honor.
All right. And you're substituting in.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right. Then do you need a couple weeks, Mr.
Yes, Your Honor.
Rodriguez?
I like I said, I received the e-discovery this morning, so I just need a short time period to look that over and
All
talk
right.
to.
Judge, if I could talk to him very briefly.
Do you
I
want to
do-
confer while you're here?
Sure.
And then we'll reset you for a couple weeks once y'all have a chance to put your heads together.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Hi, Phyllis, good morning. You're muted. You're muted. I'm gonna ask you to unmute.
Now I'm unmuted.
There you go.
For some reason, it wouldn't let me unmute for a minute. I'm gonna ask the judge for a reset. My client has done everything on this DWLI except he had to make an appointment to get to the DPS to get his driver's license.
And that takes nigh on forever these days, it seems.
They have to make appointments and he's gonna have to go all the way to New Braunfels, even though he lives here, because he couldn't get an appointment before April here, but he could get one at the beginning of March in New Braunfels.
Okay, I understand that is quite an issue, and he's going to be halfway to San Marcos by the time he gets to our new DPS office. But it is bright and shiny, and they do seem to be pretty efficient, at least the last time I was there.
Oh, that's excellent to know. I did not know about that. How are you?
Yeah, they kind of did a regional one up on the north end of town.
Oh, that's great.
And due to road construction, he's going to have to go past it a couple miles and then turn around and come back.
Okay, I think he's probably already on, so he probably is hearing that, but I will make sure he knows it's going to take a little while to get there.
Okay.
Actually,
Patience
yes,
will be required.
I'm admitting him into the
Oh.
Is that him?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Then, in his appointment at DPS is, early March?
Early March, yes.
Okay, so will a couple of weeks will get us?
Yes, a couple of weeks will be great.
Okay, I can reset you for March 17th. It's a Thursday.
Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
And Mr. Martinez, just so you know, when you come up to New Braunfels to go to the DPS office, there's a bunch of road construction around there. So you're gonna have to exit early, you're gonna have to pass it and go way on up and turn around and come back on the access road to get to it.
He's muted.
He should still be able to hear me, but we
Yes.
can't hear him.
He asked a question, but I can probably answer it for him later.
Okay, very good. Y'all are excused.
Yeah, I heard you, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
so,
Thank you.
okay.
just be patient and be careful.
Okay.
Oh, yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay.
Hi, David, you're back.
Yes, we just want to get a court date.
I can reset you for March 17th. It's a Thursday.
March 17th, that'll work perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Hi, James. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Doing okay.
You're here for Alisa Ortiz.
Yes, and I think I think there's a recall on the other guy, right? Goolsby.
Yes, I reset that one for tomorrow because he's an inmate. So I just did it for tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes, Goolsby also has an MTR.
And so if I could, I'd like to talk to somebody about that MTR because I don't think I've seen it yet. And then talk to somebody. Ortiz has a felony, and I think that I'm just shy of getting an agreement on the felony, I think.
Okay. How much time do you need for Alisa? For the felony?
Well, it's so I was working with Eric Botello, but Eric Botello has, I believe, left the office. And so, yeah, there you go. And so, so then I think the next person that I would be involved with, let's see if I can get his name real quick.
It probably would be Neil Cordero.
Yeah, it's Neil. Yeah, I was going to say it's the Boy Scout in there, but because I couldn't remember Neil's first name. But yeah, it's Neil. Probably. Yeah.
I think he's working the night mag shift this week because a lot of my emails to him have bounced to other people.
Yeah, great. Okay. All right. So I'm guessing 3 weeks, just because if he's working night shift this week, then 2 weeks is kind of a normal thing from what I've seen of prosecutors being, like us getting in touch with each other.
I can do, let's see, March 25th. It's a Friday.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
That'll work.
Okay. Probation is not here yet. Let me send them a message so they can join. Okay.
Okay. And then just whichever prosecutor is going to work on that particular case as well.
Okay, let me
Just
check.
to make sure all our heads are nodding at the same time.
Yes, that's fine. However, he's not here. If we come to an agreement to Goldsby today, I can bring him tomorrow or whenever we reset him to.
Sure.
That's going to be with Daniel. I'm gonna put you in his breakout room.
Okay. Yeah, he's got a nice breakout room, so I don't mind that.
Are there good snacks in the breakout room?
Oh yeah, the best. the best.
I don't
Daniel,
ever get coffee or anything in mine.
well, the only problem is that they're
I
heavy.
bring my own.
Yeah, they're heavy hors d'oeuvres, so it's not. So sometimes, yeah, after
You-
breakfast. But Daniel's a
need a
gentleman.
nap?
He is. He's absolutely a gentleman.
All right. I'm going to take a quick break while things are quiet. I'll be back shortly.
Yes.
Y'all need one, take it.
Hi, Marisa. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. Right now, the attorney is talking really quick to Daniel. It's about defendant Joel Goldsby. I have the case numbers.
Okay, may I have one, please?
Yes, 678-931. That's a new case. Recently, he took a plea on this other one, 677-232, and he got an MTR on that one.
Awesome, thank you. Okay.
Yes, they should be coming back from the breakout room.
Corin, the paperwork on my end is complete. I don't know if it's gone to the defendant yet or not.
Let me see. it shows that it's complete. It's not letting me change the email. I think because usually after you complete the paperwork, I get an email saying that it's been completed, and I have not received that email, but I see in Adobe Sign that it's complete.
Okay.
Let me see.
Are y'all looking for paperwork on Mr. Lara?
Yes, Judge. We're trying to figure out where it all went.
Yes, it's not. I usually can change the email, just not. Let me change it.
It's not here.
The only thing you should have, Judge, would be the acknowledgement of the discovery.
I do see that, but the plea packet is in the ether.
Michael, your client is in the waiting room. Do you need to talk to him before?
I can talk to him. But he hasn't gotten the paperwork yet, has he?
Not yet.
Okay.
Adobe is not cooperating today.
And if I need to redo it, just tell me. It wouldn't be the first time. We're almost done with all this Adobe, fortunately. Almost.
I know. Do you mind if I send it again?
No, I do not.
Okay, let me do that right now because it's probably gonna take longer
Okay.
to wait for it.
And if you can give me share screen, I'll go over with it. I'll do it in front of him so it'll go a little bit faster.
Perfect. Let me just send him really quick.
Corinne, I'm back from the breakout room whenever you
Okay.
have a second.
Yes, we have CLO, we have probation already here. Do you want to break a room with them?
Well, what I was hoping to do is get the waiver form for mental health court sent to me so that Mr. Goolsby could be evaluated by mental health court to see if he is a good candidate.
Okay. Let me see. I'll check on that right now. And Michael, I already sent the paperwork. Let me add the share screen and let me admit him and put you in a breakout room with him.
And I do have it.
And if it would benefit, I don't mind speaking with the CLO in a breakout room as well,
Okay.
just to kind of get their perspective.
Okay, let me put you with her. One moment.
Right, thank you. Okay. So, any thoughts striking you at the moment? Okay.
Hi, James, you're back. James? Hi, Michael.
I redid it. I don't, and he's not seeing it come up on his end.
And it was the email Nicole. Let me find it. Nicole Serna 014@gmail.com. I think there's a little bit of a lag between sending them.
I understand.
Yes.
Corinne, I believe that when you have a second, I'm back.
Yes, one moment. I think it's taking a little time to send the paperwork. Let me check with the other coordinator if she's having the same problem. Okay, James.
Okay, so we have contacted the sorry about this. Yeah. So we've already contacted the mental health court to try and get the waiver sent to me so that we can get that started. I think it would benefit us to set this off for 1 month to give the mental health court time to do an evaluation of Mr. Goolsbay and decide whether he is eligible, fit and eligible to be able to attend mental health court because of the freedom that's involved with it.
Okay.
And if once we get that evaluation back, I think that that'll kind of guide us about the direction that we're going to head for this. I mean, it's kind of garden variety, and I don't want it to drag out, 6 months because it's only a Class B. And if he sits for 7 months, then that's not good, right? So, but I think that we can have a decision made before that kind of mess happens.
Perfect. I can reset you for March 25th to see, to check on the status on that.
Okay, yeah, that would be great. I'm
Perfect.
hopeful that we will have something done before that. So
Sounds good. Just let me know so maybe I can reset it sooner.
yes, ma'am.
Mhm. All right.
Okay.
Then you're
believe-
excused for tomorrow for Goals Bay then.
Okay. Yeah,
right.
I've got a scheduled meeting with him at 2 tomorrow. So
Okay.
I'm going to see him anyway, but that's kind of anyway. Okay. So and I'm done for today. I don't have any other people for today.
No, it was just Alisa and Goals Bay for tomorrow. And
Perfect. That's
we
what I
should be
thought.
good. Uh-huh.
All right. Excellent. Thank you
right.
for your help.
Have a good one.
Okay. Thanks, Daniel. I know you're not there, but
Marisa, I think that was the only one for right now. We have another one until like 10. We have the defendant in the court in the waiting room, but we don't have an attorney yet. You have, I know you guys are busy. You like, I can text you whenever we need probation again.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, I'll be covering 2 courts today.
That's fine. I'll let you know.
Back and forth.
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Ernest. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. You're here for Christopher Gauna.
That's correct.
Okay. Let's see. Do you need to talk to the state?
It was a setting just to double check the blood discovery. I haven't gotten a notification that it's in, so maybe if they could just let me know if it's come in or not.
Okay.
He also has
that's
a big felony pending too, so at some point we'll need to reset it for a while.
Okay. If you want to talk to Kathleen to check on that status.
I'd be glad to.
Okay. Let me put you in her breakup. Hi, Miguel. Good morning.
Good morning, Souls. This is Miguel Hernandez on
Maria Ángel
Moncada?
Moncada. Yes.
If I could just speak to the prosecutor, I want to make sure there's nothing changed in it and then see what she wants to do. Because I think she wanted to consider the offer.
Yes. That's a Daniel case. It looks like he stepped out of his desk.
Okay.
I can put you in the meantime with Kathleen if you like, or do you want to wait for Daniel?
I'll speak to Daniel. I'll wait for Daniel. She's real busy. Okay. Thank you.
Perfect.
Ms. Wills, let me go pop into the 289th and I'll be right back then.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay,
Thank you. Nothing yet?
I'm going to send you another email to try one last time. Otherwise, I'm going to drag him up to the courthouse next week.
Okay, the thing is that I don't think I don't know. Okay, then for some reason, I think it's Adobe sign
You think it's
that has
you
a
think it's
problem.
Adobe sign? Well,
Yes,
that's happened before too.
because let me check with the clerks to see if they
Okay.
got a plea that we did earlier on today. Because Judge signed that paperwork, but I don't know if they got it.
Okay.
So if they
You
don't
may
get it,
also try to send him a reminder to that last email address I gave you.
let me.
I don't know how to do that, but I've heard people say that before.
Yes, that's a. I can. Well, it's not gonna work because for some reason it shows that the paperwork's still with you, but it shows that you signed it.
I signed it, but it's still with me.
Yes. So I believe it's Adobe sign. Let me check with the
Okay.
clerks. I'll get back with you.
I did get the bounce back on the things I filed this morning telling me that it is signed and filed.
Yeah, and
Yes.
Judge, for some reason you got my my discovery acknowledgement went through just fine. It's going to that
Yes.
second email address from me that's having problems.
Right.
Corinne, are you gonna have court tomorrow?
Yes, we are.
Okay, because I'll be with Judge Stolhansky tomorrow anyway, so I could just pop into both courts if we need to see what the lag does.
Yes, because it's. I don't know what's going on. It's. I have not received email saying that you completed the paperwork, but you did. I'm trying to check with the other coordinator to see if she's having the same problem.
We can come back tomorrow if you need us to. That's no problem at all. If that's okay with the judge. If I can drag him in next week too, Judge, it doesn't matter to me.
If you like, I can reset this for tomorrow via Zoom if you like.
That'll be fine. And just so you know, when I tried to fill out the paperwork this morning, I got a paperwork or link expired, hit for another link, and it sent me another link.
For Zoom?
Yeah, no, for the paperwork. And I've never seen that happen before either. Just so you know. That did not happen on Kathleen's for the discovery acknowledgement.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's never happened before. I don't know why it happened this morning.
Huh. Okay. Well, if you like, we can set it for tomorrow.
Okay. What time's good for you? 10 o'clock, okay?
Yes, 10 o'clock is fine.
Okay, good. And that way I can do Judge Solhansky first and jump over here.
Sounds good.
Judge, can we be excused? I'll let my client know. I'll jump in the breakout room with him.
Oh, and then can I just chat with you for 2 minutes before you leave?
Talking to me, Kathleen?
Yes. in
Oh,
my
yeah.
Breakout room?
Yeah, let me go tell him real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, Corin, I'm back. Kathleen and I were talking. She didn't see the discovery order that I thought the judge would have signed last setting. Can we confirm whether or not that's there or not? If it's not, can we have a standard blood discovery order signed and have the case reset?
Let me see.
I see a note on the docket on Mr. Acevedo's case relating to a standing blood order, but I can't read the entirety of the note.
Judge, yeah, the last time we were set, it was just a request for Judge Stohansky's standard blood discovery order that he signs. They were looking for the signed order and couldn't find it. So if it's not there, I was hoping that we could get one actually signed today and then just get it reset.
Okay.
Mr. Gowan does have a serious felony pending that's probably going to be a trial case when the jury start back up. It's going to probably take care of all this stuff. It's a serious case.
Okay.
I'm checking. No, it doesn't look like it was done. I'll put a note so I can send one during the docket, okay?
Okay, that'd be great.
Okay, and how much time do you need? A month? 60
The
days?
60 days would be good. Like I said, I'm going to try to reset this until we try
Okay.
this felony.
We can
Ready, Kathleen,
try
when you are.
April 25.
That would be
It's a
great.
Monday.
Yeah. that would
Okay,
be
I'll
great.
meet you in my breakout room. Thanks.
Okay, and I'll be sending this, the blood discovery.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Miss Corley, good morning.
Morning. We're here on the non-family violence, correct?
Yes, for
Okay.
Larry Wiggins.
Yes, I filed a motion to withdraw. I believe, yes, he is signed in. I'd like to address the court on that, and he really needs a court appointed. So maybe have him interviewed if possible.
Let me get that order. Judge, I don't think I sent it to you. Let me see. I'm sending you that motion, Judge. I apologize for not sending it earlier. Good morning, Mr. Mamori. Are you there? Good morning. You're here for Joshua Trujillo?
Are you referring to me?
Yes.
Yes, Joshua Trujillo. It's an MTR. He's already pled. And then he should be in the waiting room.
He is. Just admitted him.
Okay.
Do you need to talk to the state?
No, because he's already pled on the MTR. He just
Okay.
went away when sentencing was going to happen.
Okay, do you want to do the sentencing today?
Well, I need to see, actually, can you put me in breakout room with him, with
Yes,
Joshua?
yes.
Thank you.
And I have the motion and proposed order on Wiggins. Are you all ready to proceed with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Wiggins, can you hear me?
You'll need to unmute yourself, Mr. Wiggins.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, I can. And you can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We'll call cause number 677924, the state of Texas versus Larry Wallace Wiggins. And Mr. Wiggins is present, Ms. Corley is present, and representatives of the district attorney's office are present. And Ms. Corley has filed a motion seeking to withdraw as counsel to Mr. Wiggins. Ms. Corley, it's your motion. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wiggins had recently retained us to represent him on his case, I believe on February the 2nd, but his financial circumstances have changed and he is no longer going to be able to afford the legal fee. We are requesting the court allow me to withdraw and to interview Mr. Wiggins for a court-appointed counsel. I think his circumstances would warrant that, Judge.
Mr. Wiggins, do you have any objection or any response?
I have no objections, ma'am.
All right. Any objection from the state?
No objection, Your Honor.
The motion to withdraw is granted, and I have signed your order, Ms. Corley. I will scan it and send it back for filing with the clerk a little later this morning.
Thank you, Judge.
All
May I
right.
be excused?
You may.
Okay. Thank you,
And
Judge.
yes, ma'am. And Mr. Wiggins,
Yes, ma'am.
are you wishing to represent yourself, to have time to hire an attorney, or to apply for a court-appointed attorney?
A court-appointed attorney. My finances are shot.
Okay. Ms. Wools, is this one where we just interview on the record, or are you going to send him paperwork to complete online?
Just on the record, Judge.
All right. Mr. Wiggins, are you currently employed?
No, I'm retired.
Okay. And do you have sources of income?
Just my pension.
All right. And is that through Social Security or a private company?
Postal pension and a little bit of Social Security.
Okay.
And 10% VA.
All right. And so how much is your postal pension, sir?
Oh, about 25,000, I think.
Per year?
Yes.
And then what do you receive from Social Security per month?
$342.
And VA?
100 and I believe 136.
Okay. And do you own your home or rent?
I own it. I'm trying not to lose it.
Okay, so you have a mortgage on it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and how much is your mortgage?
$1,050.
And does that include taxes and insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And are you on Medicare or do you get coverage through the VA?
How do I explain it? It's my coverage is through the federal government, but
okay.
the doctors aren't. The VA is my doctors.
Okay, that makes sense. And do you pay out of pocket for any of that, or is it all covered?
There's some co-payments, you know,
okay.
when they surface.
All right. And do you have any money in savings?
I don't have a penny in savings.
All right. Do you own a vehicle, stocks, bonds, gold? I'm
paying for a vehicle.
Okay. Do you own any other valuable assets?
No.
All right. All right, Mr. Wiggins, I do believe that you will qualify for a court-appointed attorney. So I'm going to ask the court administrator to give you the information on who that attorney will be.
Thank you, ma'am.
Judge, this is Amir. Can we approach on Mr. Joshua Torrijos, please, Judge?
Give me just a minute
Yes, Judge.
while we're finishing up the other matter. Corinne, are you still working on paperwork, or do we have an attorney for Mr. Wiggins?
I was actually gonna ask Mr. Mamori if he would be willing to take on the case.
Judge, if the court's amiable to that, that's fine, Judge.
All right, Mr. Wiggins, can you see Mr. Mamori on your screen?
Oh, yes.
All right, then since he is present and you are present, I will appoint him as your attorney, and then he has another matter before the court, but I'm hoping maybe you all can visit a little bit today to begin that process.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you'll go back on mute, I'm going to take up his other matter, and then we'll see if we can get y'all into a room to have a discussion. All right, and Mr. Mamori, on the Trujillo case?
May I address the court?
Please.
Judge, Mr. Trujillo had an MTR before the court back on March 2018. He pled true to number 15, but he failed to return for a sentencing, Judge. I think at that time, Joshua was young and somewhat aimless, and he has gotten his life back in order, Judge. He has completed what the state we had agreed to, which is his community service hours and his theft course. And more importantly, Judge, he has also paid all the restitution that was due. So as the court knows very well, the fact that he has made restitution shows the court that he has taken responsibility for his actions, and we'd ask the court to, at this point, terminate this case satisfactorily, Judge.
And does the state have a position on this matter?
Your Honor, just really quickly, what was the case number here in this case?
This is
543?
543729, Joshua Trujillo.
And has he shown evidence that he's completed these things to probation? That's just what I want to confirm. I don't know if I ever got anything.
He was showing me items as Mr. Mamori was speaking. Whether or not those have been provided to probation, I do not know. Mr. Mamori, can you enlighten us on that?
Judge, I'm not sure. Joshua, have you presented those to your probation officer yet or not? You're muted, sir.
Sorry about that. Yes, I have. I showed my work to Officer Ibarra. That's my probation officer. I sent her all my information.
Okay. As long as everything's been completed, I won't oppose. I just want someone on probation just to say, yes, we do have it.
Can you send them an email, or is there some way to?
Here, I'll send Raquel an email real quick.
Okay.
if I need to bring probation back, I can text him.
Oh, hang on a sec. I think what let's do, if Mr. Escobar, are you sending them an email?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sending our CLO for County Court 11 an email.
All right, why don't we return Mr. Trujillo to the waiting room? And let's put Mr. Mamori and Mr. Wiggins in a conference room, and then we'll all come back together once we have verification from probation.
Yes,
Judge, before you put me in the waiting room with Mr. Wiggins, can you give me his case number, please?
You bet I can. I think I can.
I have it here, Judge.
Oh, thank you.
Case number 677-924.
Thank you.
Okay, let me put you in a breakout room with him. Thank you, Mr. Mamori.
Mr. Trujillo will be back with you shortly.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I just sent Raquel an email. She should be answering pretty quickly. If not, Corinne, you might want to text her after a little bit if she still hasn't answered.
Yes, I know. Hi, Scott. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you today?
Doing well, thank you. How are you?
Doing all right.
You're here for Crystal Renteria.
Correct.
Okay. Do you need to talk to the state?
I'll briefly confer, but realistically, I just need to reset it this time. I have some filings I need to do.
Okay. Let's see. How much time do you need?
Within the next week or two, I'll be filing, and then I'll be emailing to get a motion setting.
Okay.
So 30 days or 45 if you want to be safe, because my trial docket is unpleasant lately.
Yes. We can do April 18th, and then we'll go from there.
Sold.
All right.
Wait, that's Easter Monday. Are you sure you'll be having dockets that day?
I don't know. Let's do the 19th.
Okay. Just wanted to check because
Okay.
I'm sure that could be a pain later.
Okay, let's do the 19th. I don't even know if we have it off. But okay, the 19th. Okay.
Okay.
Do you still need to talk to the state?
Just briefly.
Okay, that's going to
And-
be with Daniel.
From there, may I be excused, Your Honor? Thank you.
Judge, I've conferred with Mr. Wiggins. I just need a new court date, Judge, please.
I can reset you for March. March 17th. It's a Thursday. Is that okay?
Just March 17th. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
And this is out of County Court 11, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sorry.
Can you please bring him into the main courtroom so we can give him a court date and go from there?
Yes.
Judge, did the CLO get back on Joshua Torrio yet? You're muted, Your Honor. Judge, you're muted.
I hate this. Okay, The DA has stepped into a breakout room for a brief conference. I expect him back momentarily, and hopefully we'll have a response.
And now I'm just getting the plea paperwork for Mr. Goins. Like, it's Adobe has a lag today.
I see that Mr. Wiggins has returned. Mr. Wiggins?
Okay, there we go.
All right. The court is resetting your case to give you time to confer with Mr. Mamuri and for him to have time to review the evidence and talk to the state. So that's going to be on March the 18th.
March the 18th. Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. Was it March?
The 17th, Judge.
Excuse me, the 17th. That's right.
March 17th.
And what time?
Closer to the date, I'll have more time. I'll have
Okay.
a specific time, but we start docket at 9 a.m.
Just make sure you stay in touch with your attorney, sir.
I certainly will, ma'am.
And you'll get a specific time closer to that date.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You are excused.
Thank you very much. So I can just close this out?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hi, Andrea. Good morning.
Good morning. I had Miss Candace McHenry, case number 652260, and she's got 2 other cases, but I just got an offer, so I'd like to review the offer with my client, and I need to review the discovery still with her, because we just got it between last setting and this setting. So if we could just get like a regular 30-day reset, give me enough time to set up a meeting with her and go over the discovery.
Yes, we can do. Let's do March 30th. It's a Wednesday.
Okay, thank you. That was all I had today. Thank you. Thank you,
All right.
Judge. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Take care.
Good morning. I apologize for being late. Judge Johansky gave me a case literally right when I was trying to log off. I just need to confer with the DAs, please.
Hi, Erica. I have with Kathleen.
Yes, either one is fine. I have
One
cases with both. Yes,
One
ma'am.
moment.
Thank you.
Corinne, did we ever see Oscar Herrera? He was on the 9 o'clock with no attorney.
I don't think so. I'm gonna check with the deputies.
Okay.
If he shows up. Hi, Daniel. Did you hear back from Raquel? You're muted.
Of course I am. I did get a response from Raquel.
It's
Amir, what's your email
priceless.
again?
Priceless.
My email,
Yes, sir.
rmamori@outlook.com.
There you go. Took you a second to pop up. So I just sent you, so I did email our CLO, Raquel Guzman. She said on this case, I don't see proof of completion of the theft class and or CSR hours completed. So that was the email she sent us. Now, if Mr. Trujillo wants to send it to Mr. Memori and send it to us, I'll make sure Raquel gets it. I'm fine with terming SAT if he has completed those things. I just want to make sure that we actually have it so that this isn't like a.
Can you, Joshua, can you scan and email those documents to me?
Yes, sir, I can.
Okay, scan those and email them to me, and then take a picture or scan the hours that you've worked and the restitution, scan those to me. I'm going to chat you my email. Check your chat. Let me see if you're in there. Yeah, I'll chat you my email and just send them to me.
Sounds good, Amir. Thank you so much.
Judge, can I be excused? I have another court, and I'll get these to Daniel ASAP.
You're muted, Judge.
You're on mute.
Seems to be an epidemic of that today. Yes, Mr. Memori, you may be excused, and as long as we can get you back later in the day if something goes awry here.
Okay, Joshua, the email is rmemori@outlook.com.
Okay, I see it.
Okay, mute yourself and email them to me. Thank you.
Okay.
And then,
thank you.
I was gonna say once Amir sends it to me, I'll let the court know and I'll give it to Raquel.
Very good. Mr. Trujillo, you're welcome to stay on mute until we know that we've got it, or you can just stay in touch with Mr. Memori at your option.
Yes, Your Honor. And then Raquel, was that my probation officer? Because
No, sir. So Raquel Guzman, she's the CLO for County Court 11. She's like the liaison between the probation officers and the court.
Because there was a lack of communication between me and my probation officer, and that might be the reason why Raquel hasn't gotten my information, because I did send out my.
That's completely fair, sir. If you get it to us, we will handle it. Don't worry.
Yes, sir.
You can take a 5-minute break.
Good morning. I have someone here by the name of Arturo Ortiz Navarro. I'm gonna ask you to unmute. Hello,
Yes.
Arturo?
Yes.
Hi, your attorney was here earlier and your case was reset to March 17th, so you're excused now.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Hi, Corinne. Can I please
Erica.
confer with Daniel?
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
Just so you know, during the break, Corinne, the plea paperwork on Elijah Lara did finally arrive.
Yes, I noticed it. It was taking forever.
Okay, so
I emailed the attorney to see if he wants to join, but he has not replied.
understand. We'll try to accommodate if they can, and if not, we'll take care of it. I think he said tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, something must be jammed up somewhere with the server, or the Russians are hacking us, or heaven only knows. So, okay. Anything else at the moment?
No, nothing for right now. We're
All
just
quiet on the Western Front.
Yes.
Okay. On our 10 o'clock cases, did Mr. Martinez or his client appear? In soon, looks to be the name.
Oh, they contact me, and they were, since he has 2 cases, they move them to March the 1st, next Tuesday.
All right. And Oscar Moriel, Mr. McCrae's case.
The client is in the waiting room. We're waiting for the attorney.
Okay. And then the 1045 cases. There are 2 of those, Edmondson and oh dear. Your guess is as good as mine, but I see who you're talking about.
Yes, no one from the 1045-11 has showed up.
Okay. All right.
Right now, Ms. Dominguez is talking with Daniel.
Very good. I see that Mr. Simpkins's case, Renteria, we have reset, and he had another case that was an add-on on David Torres. Did he make any announcement on that?
No. Okay. Let me. No.
Because we reset from Tuesday because he was unable to establish contact.
Let me email him so he can join.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Anthony Saldana? You're not connected to audio. Can you connect to audio, please?
Judge, this is Amir. I think we are good to go on Mr. Trujillo. You're muted, Judge.
One day I might get this right. All right, you have been able to forward Mr. Trujillo's email on to Daniel?
Yes, Judge.
Okay,
the state is going to terminate him satisfactorily.
Should I get probation here?
I think we just need confirmation from Daniel. And as long as I have that, that's what we will do. So if you all want to head on out, Mr. Memori, we will let you know if there's a problem.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
You may. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Maria Angel Moncada? You're muted. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Your attorney should be here shortly. He was here and then he left for another Zoom. We're just waiting on him. I'm gonna put you back in the waiting room, okay?
Okay, perfect.
Mr. Trujillo, you're free to leave. We'll get in touch with your attorney if there's any problem with the paperwork.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Mr. Trevino. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. How are you today?
Cold.
I know. You're here for Jonathan Grubbs?
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna get an update on the felony.
Yeah. So he's still pre-indicted, nothing there, and I still don't have labs.
Okay. Do you need to talk to or state?
No, there's no real reason until I get an indictment out of up from upstairs, and there's really nothing I can do much here.
Okay. Let me see. I can give you 30-day reset and we'll go from there.
Okay, hey, so I'm thinking, and that's okay, but maybe give us a long reset because I know they're way backed up on indictments and all that stuff. Maybe give us a longer reset, like to get the labs in, see if it goes to indictment, that kind of stuff. That might be better. I mean, it's up to you guys. 30 days is fine, but I think longer is probably better on this one.
Okay, let me see. We can do April 25th. It's a Monday.
Okay, well, let's do April 25th. That's fine. I'll write that down, and we'll hopefully get some movement on it by then.
All right, sounds good.
April 25th. Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, have a good one.
You too.
Hi, Joseph. Good morning.
Good morning. How's everybody?
Doing good, doing good. How are you today?
Good.
You're here for Peter Erie and Nova
Yes,
Fisher?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you need to talk to the state?
Sure, I don't think it would hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna put you with Kathleen.
I am ready for announcements. Okay, so I have Mateus Hernandez, 672439. And at the last setting, January 11th, I had requested Coban and for the DA's office to look into the first responding officer's body worn camera. Today, looking at this case, we still don't have Coban, so they are going to work on that. And he does need to talk to the officer on the body worn. It looks like it's available, but it just was turned on super late. So I wanted to see what happened before. Obviously, he's in handcuffs. I want to see the initial contact. So he's going to look into that to see if it's available or not. And it's for Officer Gearhart. So I guess just allowing them time to get the Coban and investigate the body worn.
30-day reset?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's see. We can do March
31st.
31st works.
All right, then I have Mr. Lightyear 647472. We did get back the fingerprint analysis and it doesn't look like it could be identified, but the DA did send us an offer. I do need to talk to my client about that and see if that's something that they're willing to do, and we counter offered, so she needs to talk to the complaining witness as well and see if that's something that they would agree to.
Okay. Same reset, or
we can probably do shorter. That one could be 2 weeks.
We can do March 10th, or
can we do the 11th?
Yes.
Okay, 3/11 works. The next case I have is Clarence Ware 668298. We're going to set that case for trial. We have not been able to come to an agreement on that case.
I can give you April 6th.
Okay. The next one I have is Michael Teeter, 672733. We have received an offer from the DA's office. We countered that offer, and he does need to talk to the complaining witness to see if they're okay with that. So we're still in pretrial conferences.
Okay, for that one, a short reset 311 would work, or do you need longer time, more time?
311 should work.
Okay.
It's more the complaining witness agreeing to it and then us entering into that plea, if that's something we're gonna do.
Perfect.
And then the other cases, I think, we're morning, the other docket. Is that all you have for me, Corinne?
That's all I have for you.
Okay, and then regarding the inmates, Angelina Cavazos was transported to Stash on the 21st of February. I have talked to the DA's office about dismissing that case because she is now at Stash, but there has been some concern that in the past, when I've had a client transfer to Stash will just release them and not actually treat them for the required time. And in this case, Ms. Cavazos, she has been in custody near 300 days before getting transferred to Stash. So, you know, they want to keep it open for at least 30 more days to see if they would keep her. And of course, I'm trying to present arguments that if she meets civil commitment, they need to go that route, etc. But at this point, they're not willing to dismiss that case. So I don't know if you want to just give me a 30-day reset so we can keep track of it, or because it is still open. So I do want to make sure you know that it is still staying open and not going to be dismissed.
We can do the 31st, March 31st.
That works. So Angelina Cavazos, 331. That works. And then I'll, of course, before that day, I'll get with Sally Uncaffer from the Magistrate's Court and see if she's willing to dismiss at that point or continue to keep it open. But we're nearing the 365, so she doesn't have very much time left. And then, of course, Mr. Craig Carey was the one that was sentenced on the 22nd by this court, so we took him off the docket.
Perfect.
Anything else, Corinne?
No, that was all of your cases.
All right, thank you so much. Bye, Judge. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Erica. Have a good
Bye.
one.
Bye.
Hi, Joseph. You're back.
I'm back. Better than ever. I think these were supposed to be final pre-trials on our two cases, but we're getting mitigation stuff together for both of these to try to get offers where we can get these things worked out. So I don't know if we can do one more pre-trial. I think we'll be able to provide the state with some documentation that'll help get these sorted.
Okay. We can do March 17th. It's a Thursday.
March 17th. Let me check on that real quick. Oh, St. Patrick's Day, Corinne. You know I can't work that day. No, that's really okay if that's when the court's available.
Yes, we can do the 17th.
Okay, let's do that.
Perfect.
Sounds good. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Hi, good morning, Todd. How are you?
Good. Who's that? Corinne?
Me, Corinne, yes.
Look, he's got a felony pending that hadn't been indicted yet, so we're not gonna really. I really kind of prefer to do the felony first because sometimes they take them into consideration.
Sounds good. Let's see. Your client is also here.
Yeah, I reached out to him last night, so he knows to be there.
Yes, he's present. We can do 30-day reset and then we'll go from there.
Could you push that a little? Yeah, could you push it a little further? Because again, the felony is going to control this thing.
Let's see. We can do April 25th. It's a Monday.
That's not Easter, is it?
No, I think Easter, the Monday after Easter will be the 18th.
She's
yes.
Judge Chapman says that's going to be April the 7th.
17th.
Oh, look at that.
Yes, I know. The 25th is not the Easter.
Judge is given us sign language. Okay, so Oscar, you hear that? We're going to come back April the 25th. The court's going to excuse us. He hears it too. We're getting the sign language.
All right.
I like this. I don't like talking either. Are we excused?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you, Judge. And thank you, Kareem.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Anthony, can you connect to audio, please? Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, Anthony.
Okay.
Your attorney is here. He's also connecting to audio, so we'll take your matter in a second. Hi, James. Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry about that. I stepped away from my desk for a few minutes.
Hi, it's fine. We have your client in the waiting room as well. Let's see. It's for Anthony Saldana.
Correct. Let me explain what's going on with Mr. Saldana. We had a felony setting this morning and we have been reset. I am filing a request for a competency evaluation I informed Judge Parker this morning, and I'll let you guys know as well. I believe he needs to get evaluated before we can start moving forward.
Okay.
And I'm going to file motions to that end. So,
I can give you 30-day reset and then we'll go from there, or?
you certainly can do that, and I don't mind showing up. I can assure you that the competency process will take about 2
A
to 3
little longer.
months. So,
Okay,
however you want to play, it's fine with. If you can do like 90 days, probably
let's do 60.
Okay.
We'll go, and then we'll go from there. So the case doesn't fall through the cracks, and it just,
No worries.
so you can just at least give us updates on what's going on the case.
I can do that. Not a problem.
Okay. We can do April 25th.
That's fine with me.
It's a Monday.
Okay.
Right, and then both of you should be excused.
All right. Anthony, you're free to go. I will be in touch with you, okay? Okay. Y'all have a good day.
Have a good one.
And then Judge, we did receive evidence from Mr. Trujillo that he had sent off everything. I believe our CLO was going to send the motion to withdraw the MTR. I think the one question she had was whether or not it was going to be termed SAT or unsat.
The discussion I heard was a satisfactory termination.
That's what I heard too. I just wanted to confirm with you before I gave her an answer.
Yes.
It looks, I think Mr. Trujillo's kind of given us everything. I don't know if he's still on the Zoom, but I think
I
he
had told him he could, that I would release him once Mr. Memori confirmed he had the paperwork.
All right, just wanted to make sure. I don't want him to be waiting on us.
Understand? Thank you.
Judge, and on that case with Mr. Trujillo, so the CLO's been emailing us. So she said that since he'd already pled true, in order for him to turn SAT, we'd have to put it on the record, since it was technically reset for sentencing.
Okay.
So I don't know if Corinne could reach out to the defense and we can just have them jump on real quick. I think it wouldn't take more than a minute or two.
I agree. Now that she's off the phone, you might want to repeat that for her, Daniel.
Daniel was saying that we need to have the MTR back on through Yields. I think Corinne's talking to something.
I was on the phone with Mr. Mamori. He should be joining us shortly. Hi, Miguel. Welcome back.
Hello, ma'am. You know, it's one of those when you try to get out early, everybody just wants to tell the ADA their life story. Could I speak to Miss Kathleen, please? Or
Yes.
Roy? Were we going to speak to, was it Daniel?
Let me see.
Yes, Daniel. I spoke to Daniel on this one.
Okay, let me put you in his breakout room.
Thank you.
We have Mr. Mamori here. He's just calling in. He's in a different Zoom.
Good morning, Judge. This is Amir Mamori. I'm appearing by phone. I'm sorry about that. I'm on Zoom with the 186 on the motion to revoke.
Judge, you're muted.
That's not a problem, Mr. Mamori. And we've lost Daniel to another breakout room.
I'll bring him if it's necessary. Are we gonna need his client as well?
Well, they want us to put it on the record, and I assume if the state is just going to stipulate, I don't know why we would necessarily need the client.
This is on Trujillo.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes. So the state was going to term set. That's my understanding.
That's what we're trying. That's my understanding. What we're trying to accomplish. Are you okay taking that hearing, Ms. Garza, or do you feel like you know enough about it, hearing what you've heard this morning?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Let's go ahead then and make a record on cause number 543729, the state of Texas versus Joshua de Jesus Trujillo. And Mr. Trujillo appeared earlier this morning with his attorney. And his attorney, Mr. Mamori, is present in the courtroom. The state's attorney is present in the virtual courtroom. And Mr. Mamori, if you would recite for the record the items that have been taken care of today.
Judge, thank you for your time. Judge, in this case, Mr. Trujillo submitted to Ms. Guzman his community service hours that he completed, and also a certificate that he had completed his theft course, Your Honor. And that was the requirement for the state to terminate Mr. Trujillo satisfactorily, Judge.
And Ms. Garza, you're aware that the district attorney's office and/or probation has had a chance to review those documents?
Yes, Judge.
All right. And do you stipulate that the requirements are completed?
We do, Your Honor.
All right. And is there any objection to the satisfactory termination being entered at this time?
No objection.
All right. The court finds that the defendant has complied with the contingencies of presenting completion of his theft education and community service hours, and therefore orders that the probation be terminated satisfactorily at this time. Anything further for the record?
No, Your Honor.
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you very much.
Judge, may I be excused?
You may.
Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.
All right.
Kathleen, can you join your breakout room, please? Thank you so much. Hi, Mr. Jimenez. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
I understand this is a plea from family violence coming over to us for Armando Lugo.
Armando Lugo, that's correct.
Yes. Right now we're trying to put him in our Zoom.
And Judge, when you get a moment, I emailed the term order for Mr. Trujillo's case. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Corinne. Please text me if anything else comes up. Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you so much. Mr. Jimenez, they're getting your client in an iPad or the Chromebook so he can complete the paperwork and take the plea.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi, Miguel, welcome back.
So, may I speak with my client real quick?
Yes, one moment. Mr. Jimenez, your client should be logging in right now. Do you need a breakout room with him?
Yes, please.
On it, one moment.
And Eduardo, I just sent you the discovery acknowledgement, or
Okay,
it should be going to you.
Hi, Jerry. Good morning.
Good morning. Can you send me to confer with either Daniel or who's the other DA there?
Kathleen.
Kathleen with Mr. Almaguer.
Yes. And your client, she's in the waiting room.
Okay.
I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Daniel.
Thank you.
I welcome back, Miguel.
Yes, ma'am. May I make an announcement to Judge Chapman?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Judge. On Miss Moncada, I've spoken to Mr. Escobar. She's got an immigration situation. He is willing to consider a PTD in this case, pretrial diversion in this case, but he is asking for some documents. If I could get, it's going to take me at least 3 or 4 weeks to get all those documents to get to him. So if I could get one more reset, I think we can put this thing to bed. He said he would, if he is satisfied with what we get in the documentation, he would recommend the PTD for her.
Judge Chapman, can I actually speak to Mr. Hernandez really quickly?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Tony.
Oh, hello?
Hi.
Yes, I've got announcements on my cases whenever the court's ready.
Okay.
Let me find those.
They're set at 10:45, Judge.
Got them. Yes, sir.
All right, Judge. The first one on Nathan Quituba.
Yes.
That case that had been a red file, but my understanding is the state just, I think yesterday, got in the lab results, and they are going to move forward with filing it. So I expect that this will be filed within the next day or two.
All right. So a 2-week reset.
That's fine, Your Honor.
We can do March 10th with that one.
That should work. I think that I should be set that day.
Okay, perfect.
And then Taylor Edmondson.
Yes, Judge, on that case, received a pretrial diversion offer today. I need to discuss it with my client, and then if we do decide to move forward with that, then get the paperwork all through. If I can get 2 weeks on that as well, I think that'd be about right.
All right, same day?
Okay, same day.
Yes, Judge, that's perfect.
All right, anything else?
No, Judge, I believe that's it.
All right, thank you very much.
Have a good
Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
Hi, Miguel.
Judge, it's Mike Hernandez again.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I misspoke a second ago. It's not PTD. They would reduce it to obstruction of highway. But if I could still get the reset, I would appreciate it so we can get any information and then see if the assistant district attorney will change his offer at this moment.
So you still want the 30-day reset to gather the
Yes,
information?
I still he needs the information if he's going to change his offer right now, Judge.
Okay. All right.
I can give you a date of March 25th.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Yes, sir.
May we be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Moncada and I? Okay, thank you.
Corrine?
Hi.
It's Eduardo.
Yes.
Hi. Yes, so we've done all the paperwork, I believe, on Armando Lugo. And it's just a question of whether it's been gathered together.
Yes. Let me just reroute it to Judge Chapman.
Okay.
All right.
Should we go into your inbox, Judge?
Yes, it has arrived. It just popped in. Oh, that's right. This one came over from another court. Well, it came from the same court. All right. All right, we call cause number 635070, styled the state of Texas versus Armando Lugo. You are Mr. Lugo?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and Mr. Lugo is appearing today with Mr. Jimenez. Have you had enough time to talk to your attorney about this case, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Lugo, you have filed some documents with the court. The first of those is a consent to plea by video conference. And you understand that you have the right to appear in open court to enter your plea, and that by signing this document, you were waiving that right and consenting to the court taking your plea via video conference. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
And
ma'am.
that is what you intended. Now, you have also filed a defendant's waiver of constitutional rights and court admonitions. Do you remember signing that document?
Yes, ma'am.
You went over it with Mr. Jimenez and you understood that you were giving up very important rights when you signed it.
Yes, ma'am.
That included your right to have a jury trial and your right to remain silent. That was clear to you.
Yes, ma'am.
You are before the court charged with the Class A misdemeanor offense of assault causing bodily injury to a family or household member. You understand the nature of the charge?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that it carries a punishment range of up to 1 year confinement in the Bexar County Jail and or a fine not to exceed $4,000.
Yes, ma'am.
And how do you wish to plead to that charge?
Guilty?
Are you entering your guilty plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
What is your age, sir?
40,
How far did you go in school?
12 years. 12th grade, I mean.
All right. What kind of work do you do?
Unemployment right now.
When you work, what kind of work do you do?
I was a manager for Whataburger.
Okay. I find that the defendant's guilty plea has been freely and voluntarily entered. Mr. Lugo, you do understand that if I follow the plea agreement that you have made with the state in this case, that you may not appeal to a higher court.
Yes. Yes, I agree. I understand.
Okay. All right. And do you have any questions for me?
No, ma'am.
You are asking me to place you on court probation. Are you willing to comply with the terms and conditions? In other words, the rules of probation that I will assign to you.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if you were to violate those rules, that the district attorney's office could bring your case back to court.
Yes, ma'am.
And at that time, if they prove a violation, the court can revoke your probation and sentence you up to the full range of punishment called for in the plea agreement.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
You also understand that since this is a family violence assault, that a subsequent case for a similar type offense could be enhanced to a felony.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
All right. Questions about any of that?
No, ma'am.
Based on your guilty plea, Mr. Lugo, I do find that you are guilty of the offense of assault causing bodily injury to a family or household member. Is there a punishment recommendation from the state, please?
There is, Your Honor.
It is 365 days in the Bexar County Jail, suspended and probated for 12 months. $200 fine. Court costs. 48 hours community service. $150 payment to the battered women's shelter.
150, you said?
Yes. The BIP course, BIP.
Give me 1 second. All right.
Affirmative finding of family violence. And no contact with Vanessa, spelled Vanessa. Last name Sevilla, spelled SEV as in Victor, ILLA.
All right.
That's all.
All right, Mr. Lugo, were you able to hear as the state was outlining the agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that in fact the terms that you have agreed to?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Lugo, having found you guilty of the offense of assault causing bodily injury, I will sentence you in accordance with the plea agreement to pay a $200 fine plus court costs, 365 days confinement in the Bexar County Jail, which will be probated over a period of 12 months. You will complete 48 hours of community service, a BIP program. There is an affirmative family finding of family violence being entered, and I am ordering that you have no contact with Vanessa Sevilla. And how is Ms. Sevilla related to you, sir?
She was just an ex-girlfriend.
Okay. And you will also make a $150 payment to the battered women's shelter. Were you fingerprinted when you were booked into jail, sir?
Yes.
Is it stipulated by the state and the defense that we may use that in lieu of a fingerprint on the court's file?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you have any questions, Mr. Lugo?
No, ma'am.
I'll let you get yourself untangled.
No, ma'am.
I know there's been some background noise. You have been able to hear everything?
Yes.
All right. Now, you will need to meet with probation. I'm looking, she is not with us at the moment. But once she rejoins us, so we're going to, I think, place you in the waiting room so that you can meet with her. You do live in Bexar County, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you'll be reporting in Bexar County, and she'll need to meet with you to go over the initial steps in how you will begin to report.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything further for the record?
No,
Your
ma'am.
Honor.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All right. That will conclude this hearing. And I guess, Ms. Wills, do we want to place you in the waiting room?
Actually, Judge, how probation has been doing it is probation will contact them in the next week or so via email.
Okay. So do we need to verify an email address?
It should be in the data sheet the client completed. All the information should be there, and that information the clerks are going to send to probation so they can get in contact with him.
Very good. All right. Anything further?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. The defendant and counsel are excused at this time.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Lugo, you can just leave the iPad there. It's fine. Thank you.
Corinne, is he done?
Yes, he is. Thank you, Peyton. Right now we have Mr. Valdez conferring with Daniel about Trinidad Almaguer at 11:30. I have emailed Mr. Roundtree for his client at 11, Ambrick Singh. He has not replied. I also called him. He didn't answer.
Okay.
He also had 2 settings from yesterday, which I am moving to tomorrow. So this one I'll push him to tomorrow. It's odd from him not to reply.
Okay.
And that's it. And Oscar Herrera, I don't think he never made it to the courtroom.
So we will need to forfeit his bond and issue a capias. And then on Elijah Lara, did we ever hear back from Mr. Goins?
No, Judge. We're just gonna hear it for tomorrow.
That's fine. All right, so we're simply waiting on Mr. Valdez.
Yes, Judge.
All right, let's take a 5-minute break. Everybody stretch your legs. Hopefully we'll hear from them shortly.
All right. Thank you. Hi, Tim. Good morning.
Hi, sorry I'm late.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You're here for Ambrick Singh.
Thing.
Okay. Do you need to talk to the state?
I do. Who's the
Okay.
nicest prosecutor you have? Oh, that's a hard one. isn't it?
It's gonna be with Kathleen.
All right, that's what.
One moment.
No comment.
I'm not going to argue. You never argue with court coordinator.
Hi, Jerry. You're back.
Yes, Mija, let me, is Mr. Miguel in the courtroom or is he on Zoom?
In the courtroom. Let the deputies know so they can put her in the iPad.
And then we're gonna need a short reset so that Daniel can do some research, about 2 weeks, maybe. 2 weeks, Daniel, or more?
No, that should be fine. I'm going to call right when lunch is over.
Okay.
And, well, Your Honor, just a status check on Trinidad Almaguer. I looked in the NCICT CIC, and I'm just going to investigate. I have to call Bandera County. I tried calling right now, but it seems they're at lunch. But going to try and look into seeing if he has a conviction out there.
Okay. Lunch? What's that?
Oh, trust me, I know that feeling.
¿Dónde está el señor Almaguer?
Right.
Trinidad. Almaguer. ¿Me escuchas?
English, I'm fine.
English? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with your attorney.
thank you. Your Honor. Break room? Yes, to speak with my attorney in the break room? Is your attorney here? I do not know.
Does he need to go to that breakout room? or-
Yes, I sent the link. Thank you. Thank you, Alex.
Okay, you're welcome.
How do I put this on the breakout? It should go automatically. Okay, she said she sent me the link. Man, my eyes, man. What does it say? Okay.
Did I hear Mr. Roundtree come in?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. And so they're conferring?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And did I hear that he was asking for a reset after that?
I don't know if
No.
he said that. No, I don't think so.
Okay, that's okay. Then we'll wait for them to confirm.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Corinne. Please say your first name for me.
Corinne.
Corinne. Okay.
Yes.
I think I got it right. So Kathleen's made me an offer, but they are still attempting to contact the person that was a car wreck, the person, but they have tried diligently, it looks like. So I'm going to try to get information from my client to see if maybe I can provide that to them. I should have it by the next setting.
Okay. 2 week reset is fine. 3 weeks.
That would be better.
Okay. Let's do Thursday the 17th.
Okay. let me get into my calendar here real quick.
Mhm.
Just to make sure. You said the 17th?
Yes,
That's fine.
perfect.
I think that's all I have. Thank you for calling me, by the way. I was in
Yes.
a plea.
No problem. I'm sorry.
No, but I had forgotten anyway, so I'm I'm glad you called. Yeah, for sure. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, Tim. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
I think that wraps us up, does it not? You're muted.
Everybody's been doing it today, but Granny, yeah, you're on mute.
Yes. Just Mr. Valdez is in the breakout room with his client, and then
That's right.
that should be it.
My apologies. And on David Torres, he didn't appear 2 days ago and we reset it to today. I think we better go.
Yes, the client, he's never appeared. The attorney has appeared previous times. Today, I forgot that he had David Torres as well. I'm gonna send him this reset note if you like, and I can reset it for tomorrow so he can appear as well. Or what would you wish to do, Judge?
Well, is Mr. Simpkins due to be here tomorrow?
He only has this setting, David Torres, for tomorrow, if I reset him for tomorrow. I sent him an email, but he didn't reply.
Okay, we'll recall it tomorrow just to make sure that we don't forfeit the bond when indeed they've made contact.
Okay.
This is the gentleman who was at Haven for Hope.
No.
No, that's a
I
different
don't,
one.
yeah, no, yes.
Okay. Okay. All right, then we'll recall that one tomorrow and we will wait the announcement. But Mr. Valdez has already told us he wants a reset.
Yes.
Okay, after he confers with the client. So I think I'm probably going to log off.
Okay,
Let
yes.
y'all have lunch. And then if you have any business that comes up that needs my attention this afternoon, I will be available.
All right, Judge. I'll wait for the attorney and the client. Everyone can go now.
All right,
Thanks,
very
Corinne.
good. Thank you.
All right, have a good one. Thank you.
Let us know if you need us, Corinne.
Will do. Thank you, everyone.
Corinne, did you get my text?
Let's see.
It's kind of busy, right? Tomorrow?
I also got the text from Deep. Let me.
What is that about? Do you know? Have any
Let me
idea?
remove